So if you're here with me today, I already know two things about you. One, you really want to be a YouTuber, or you want to start taking your content creation a little bit more seriously in 2023, but you're scared to start. And the 5 most common reasons why I hear that people are afraid to start their YouTube or content creation journey is 1, the fear of judgment, especially from the people around you or your close surroundings, whether that's your friends or your family. The second is the fear of the people that you don't know, and the outside people, and how people are going to react to your content. Are people going to be mean in the comments? Are they gonna dislike your videos? Or are they just straight up not going to engage with the video at all? 3, you think that your life is too boring, or you think that you are too boring altogether to be a YouTuber, and you don't think that people are going to care about your content because you think you're so boring. 4, whatever niche or topic it is that you want to speak about, you feel like it's slightly too oversaturated, and you're so afraid that your videos are gonna get lost in the millions of other videos out there about the same topics. And lastly, the most famous one, I don't have good enough equipment. I don't have a fancy camera. I don't have a fancy this or a fancy mic or a fancy light, all of that stuff. If you have thought any of these things, or if you have other fears that are holding you back, let me know down in the comments and let's go ahead and talk about it. But I'm hoping that by the end of this video, and by the time you guys hear all the tips that I have to share with you guys, that I'm able to help you guys push past that fear and get you guys creating content in 2023. So as you guys can see, I actually have my laptop right here with all of my bullet points that I wanted to cover in today's video and my little script, but I'm not even gonna use it. I just put it aside and I'm gonna go ahead and just say what I have to say off the dome, because I want this to be as real as possible. Now I know that you are scared of that part of the journey that every single YouTuber has to go through, which is the cringy part. The part where you get in front of a camera, you are super awkward in front of the camera, you don't really know what to say, you're stuttering, there's long awkward pauses and awkward silences in your video. All of that. I know that you fear that part, especially because of your friends and family. And trust me, I know this feeling first-handedly. I've had friends watch my stuff and kind of laugh at me and kind of make fun of me because of how cringe I come across on the camera. And that's only because the side of me that my friends see is not necessarily a side that I display on camera. Now, at first, I was wondering whether or not this makes me fake. Like, am I a fake ass bitch for not being the same person that I am with my friends on camera? But the reality is, no. There is a side of me that my close friends and my family are going to see because they are my close friend and my family. And that's not necessarily a side of me or a part of me that I necessarily want to display with the entire world. There is a level of vulnerability that I'm going to have with the people that I know that I'm not necessarily going to display with strangers. And I know I'm derailing, so let me go ahead and get back to the initial point. Every single YouTuber out there had to go through that point. I have been on YouTube for 8 years now, and I've had several different channels on the platform. But the point I'm trying to make is, being on YouTube for so long and getting to the point that I'm at on YouTube now, I'm able to look back on that cringy young girl who had no idea what she was doing on the platform, and I'm able to embrace and admire and appreciate that part of me, because that is a part of the journey that everyone has to go through. Whenever you're embarking on a new journey, especially if it's something that you've never done before, there's going to be a part where you're a baby, you don't know what the hell it is that you're doing. Eventually, you're gonna get a little stronger, a little smarter, then you'll start sitting up, you'll roll over, you'll start crawling, you'll start standing, and eventually you will start walking. And the people that you're afraid that are gonna make fun of you or that are going to laugh at you for creating the content that you want to create are the same people that probably dream or aspire to do the same thing that you're doing, but they're simply projecting onto you because they can't get themselves to do what it is that you are doing, or they cannot get themselves to that point of courage that it is that you had to actually sit down behind the camera and start creating content. A lot of people allow the fear of the unknown to hold them back from their true aspirations, their true desires, their true goals. And without trying, you block yourself from a plethora of blessings that were probably awaiting you if you just gathered up a little bit of courage to just open the door and step through it. So fuck what anybody has to say. Who gives a shit what anybody has to say about you or about the content it is that you're creating, regardless? The same people that are laughing at you wouldn't be any better than you if they were to start a YouTube channel as well. They would have to start at the same awkward, shitty part of the journey that all of us had to walk through. You need to understand that YouTubing is a skill itself. And within the skill of YouTubing are 100 other skills that you need to master. You need to learn your camera and how to work it and how to work with different lighting. You need to learn how to get behind a camera and learn how to speak to a camera and get comfortable speaking to a camera. You also need to learn how to edit. You need to learn how to optimize your video to ensure that it gets as many views as possible. And you also need to learn how to create thumbnails and so much more. So fuck what anybody has to say, fuck everybody's opinion, fuck all of that talk, because these are the same people, I promise you, the same people that are laughing at you for starting a YouTube channel are the same people who are gonna come kiss ass later on when your shit blows up and they see you start getting numbers. Now let's get into the second point, which is your fear of people not liking your things or not engaging with your things. And once again, this is a reality that everybody has to go through, right? Everybody on YouTube isn't going to like your video. Some people are gonna like your shit and some people aren't. I'm probably gonna get some dislikes on this and I don't give a fuck, to be honest, because my shit isn't for everybody. My message isn't for everybody. Not everybody is meant to hear my message. Not everybody is ready to hear my message, and that is okay. But not everybody is going to like your video, and you shouldn't feel entitled to everybody's like at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the whole point of starting a YouTube channel is to create a community of people who are on the same page as you, who want to hear what it is that you have to say. And sometimes you're just going to have to pass through 10 people who don't like your content for you to get to one person who actually does. But what we need to be focusing on as YouTubers is getting our message out to the people who want to hear it and ignore the people who don't. We cannot sit around crying and procrastinating and being sad and being anxious over the fact that some people aren't going to like us. Even in real life, people do not like you. Do you not go outside because people might not like you? No, life still goes on regardless. And those who don't fuck with you, they'll stay in their own corner and they will not fuck with you from a distance. And those who do like you and do love you and do support you, they will stay by your corner and they will love and they will support you. So instead of dwelling over it, how about we just accept it and learn to move past that? The next thing is that you just think that the niche is way too oversaturated for you. And I've heard this so much. So many people have said that hair is oversaturated, makeup is oversaturated, but at the end of the day, it's all about optimization and knowing how to properly optimize your videos so that you can rank in search and so that people can find you. And I've been able to rank videos above people who have hundreds or even thousands more subscribers than me. So sometimes you need to understand that ranking on YouTube and getting views on YouTube is not only necessarily about the amount of subscribers that you have. Yes, having a lot of subscribers can help you. It gives you an advantage because you've already created a community of people who are loyal to you and who are gonna watch your videos. But if you know how to correctly optimize your videos, subscribers don't mean a thing. Everybody has their own 2 cents, their own originality, their own authenticity that they have to offer. Regardless of whether there are 100 million other subscribers out there making content about the same thing that you want to talk about, you have your own style, your own little flair, your own little jazz, your own voice. Find your own space within the niche, learn how to optimize your video, and go ahead and post. All right, so the third fear, the fear of not being interesting enough or not finding your life interesting. And this is actually something that I said to myself and that I still say to myself up to this day. This is why I personally don't really do vlogs too much unless I'm doing something interesting. And this is why I personally don't really recommend starting YouTube with a vlog channel. One, because you want to create searchable content, right? The only way people are going to find you on YouTube when you are starting from scratch is if you create content that people are searching for. And if you guys want me to show you guys how to do that, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will make a video showing you guys how I do that. But I do have other videos on my other channel talking about filming and editing like a pro and a whole bunch of things when it comes to YouTube, money, and all of that. So you guys can find the links to that in the description. But like I was saying, create content that people are searching for so that people can find you. And once people find you and they connect with you and you have a solid base of subscribers that you have actually now created a connection with and who want to get to know you deeper, then you can go into the more personal stuff like vlogging. Right, and now let's talk about equipment, because I know that this is an excuse that I've used and it's a bullshit excuse that I have heard so many other people use. So let's go ahead and just debunk the whole shit right now. As long as you have a phone, okay, that is at least, I would say iPhone 5 and up, and I think iPhone 5 is probably about what, 2017? No, because I think I had an iPhone 5 or iPhone 6 in 2018 when I started my channel. I think I had an iPhone 6 when I first started on Nurse Key, which is my channel that now has a silver play plaque. I got 100,000 subscribers only recording on my phone, and I only got a camera after I got my silver play plaque, and that it was months after I got my silver play plaque. I got my silver play plaque in February, and I didn't get the camera that I'm using now until Christmas, and I was still able to gain like I think another 50,000 subscribers that year only recording on my phone. You do not need fancy lights, you do not need a camera, you do not need all this extra stuff. But if you guys want a video explaining exactly how I do the whole setup or whatever, whenever I'm trying to achieve that super professional look like this that I'm gonna leave so that you guys can see, then I do have a video on my other channel explaining and breaking down everything from where to get music, how to edit, and all of that stuff that you guys can go check out. But if you guys want me to make a video showing you guys how to record and edit with your phones so that you guys can start creating, let me know down below and let's get this freaking work started, because I'm so tired of hearing people say or think that they need to have all this expensive shit to create YouTube videos when we are now in a time where we are paying over $1,000 for phones. So long story short, please stop making excuses for yourself. Stop allowing other people to dictate your life and how it goes. Stop allowing your fears of what other people are going to think about you to hold you back from the dreams that you desire. If you desire it, it is already yours. You just have to make a decision to do it. Every single thing that you want to manifest, it starts with the decision, and then you have to back that decision up with action. All right, that is all I have to say about this topic, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. If you guys liked it, go ahead and let me know down below, as well as like this video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bells to be notified when I post your content. Go ahead and watch my other videos. I have dating videos, videos about the famous hoe phase, as well as the oversexualization of young women today. So many conversations that we have to have. So go ahead and watch those playlists. I will leave all of my videos down in the description so you guys can read the titles and click on whichever one interests you. And I will see you all in my next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning into The Growth Space, and I will see you all next time.